Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to all of you once again to the physics classes. We were talking about the competitive classes, the topics of competitive examinations, and we have finished some of the topics, and the motion in this we are going to talk about today, the chapter motion in a straight line. Already the concept, the formulas or the synopsis part, hardly we have discussed how the questions will arise, how we have to deal with. Now exactly we are going into the question and we are going to solve it. Now I suggest you that when you are going to look at the questions, you just have any of the whichever the standard book you have taken as a reference, you keep it open, okay, and the formulas, okay, when it is while solving. But again, when you get for the mock test or when you get some the questions to solve it, once you solve some of the questions from here, from this class, after other questions if you are going to solve, means don't refer any textbook, first solve on your own. In case if you are feeling that you are not getting the answer, then you can refer the textbook, because the practice means without looking at the books you have to find out the answer, because once you all the formulas you have gone through it, you have seen it, okay, and again if you see the book, means it will be not going to useful. However number of questions you are going to solve, it is not going to help you if you refer again and again for the answer solutions for the specific questions, right? Okay. So now we are going to talk about the questions again, motion in a straight line, and the one of the question you can see on the screen. It says that the given graph shows the variation of velocity with the displacement. Which one of the graph is given below correctly represents the variation of acceleration with the displacement? Means the graph is given which is velocity versus displacement. Till now what we have studied? Till now we have studied velocity with respect to time, the graph. But this is a bit different. That is nothing but the graph is velocity with the displacement. Means as the displacement increases, velocity goes on, decreases. Means slope is negative. The acceleration is negative, we can say, no? That is nothing but now the graph acceleration with respect to displacement, acceleration increases, decreases, that you have to find out. If such kind of graph is there, means it is a straight line, we have that formula y is equal to mx plus c, right? That is the formula. Now y means what here? It is v. M is nothing but m, but it is negative, slope is negative. What is intercept? Intercept here it is mx naught, okay, this is mx naught, intercept is c, that is v naught, isn't it? That is plus v naught, intercept, okay, y naught, mx plus c, isn't it? So this is the thing. Now I am going to erase this. Now we have to find out the acceleration. Now what do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration is dv by dx, dv by dt, that implies dv by dt, which is equal to minus m is a constant, dx by dt, plus v naught is a constant, that is 0. No, v naught is a constant, that is 0. Now we are going to get dv by dt is nothing but acceleration minus m into dx by dt means what? Velocity. Dx by dt means velocity. Now we have to apply the velocity here, okay. So v is given, already v is given, no. So minus m into v is how much? minus mx naught plus v naught. So that you are going to get m square x naught minus mv naught minus mv naught. This is the equation for acceleration. Why? If would have given this graph had given with respect to velocity with respect to time or acceleration with respect to time, we would have imagined in a very quick manner, but with the displacement it is given. Now we have to go for the mathematical rules. You have to go through the mathematical rules. Now acceleration is like that. Now again this you compare, y is equal to mx plus c. Now intercept is negative, dear students. Intercept is negative and slope is positive. Which is having positive slope? This is having negative slope. This is having negative slope. Which is having no slope? So this is having positive slope. Always the line like this have the negative slope, like this positive slope. The only one line is there, this is positive. And next we have to see that intercept is negative. See, the intercept is negative, y is negative. Their intercept v naught was positive, but here negative. So the answer must be A, B, C, D. In that answer must be A. This one is the first option we are going to talk about. So next question we are going to talk, that is question 2, which is on the screen. Go through it. Any guesses for the answer? Yes. When an object is shot from the bottom of a long smooth inclined plane kept at an angle 60 degree with the horizontal. Now horizontal is there, a long infinite smooth plane is there whose angle is 60 degree. Now what you are going to do? An object is you are going to object is shot from the bottom of the smooth plane, or it can travel at a distance x1 along the plane. x1 it is. Okay. But when the inclination is decreased to 30 degree, the object 30 degree, the same object shot with the same velocity, it can travel distance x2. Then x1 divided by x2. x1 divided by x2 means what? It is motion in a straight line chapter, right? And which concept we are going to use here? Distance you have to find out. The object is going to stop at the end. That is nothing but stopping distance, right? Okay, x1 and x2 you have to find out. Now see, this is very very important. In the motion in the plane you are going to write down what is that acceleration. Though it is a smooth plane, see, the smooth plane means you are going to shot the object. Where it is going to stop? It is not nowhere it is going to stop. It just continuous, because infinite smooth plane, the horizontal plane means is continuous, but it is slightly inclined means it goes. Acceleration due to gravity is applied here, no? So if the object is like this, mg will be in this way, or the acceleration due to gravity will be in this way. This is the normal reaction. So g cos theta it becomes, and it becomes g sin theta. So acceleration is g. Now we know that stopping distance is directly proportional to v naught square by 2gx, isn't it? Here it is g is nothing but g sin theta. I'll erase this. G is nothing but g sin theta. So x1 which is equal to v naught square divided by 2g sin theta x, and x2 stopping distance, 2g, x2 which is equal to v naught square divided by 2g sin theta, theta 1 and theta 2. Now it is inversely proportional, x1 divided by x2 which is equal to sin theta 2 divided by sin theta 1. Earlier it was 60 degree. Now it was 30 degree. 60 means root 3 by 2. 30 means 1 by 2. So which is 1 by root 3, which is equal to 1 is to root 3, which is equal to 1 is to root 3. This is what the answer. Option is A, B, C. Option is C. We were talking about motion in a straight line. Okay, 2 questions we have done, and next we are going to talk about one more questions. You can see on the screen. Okay, that is nothing but, one second, yeah, a person traveling in a straight line moves with the constant velocity v1 for certain distance x, with the velocity v1, and with a constant velocity v2 for the next same distance, right, that is x itself. And the average velocity v is given by, so which relation we have to use? That is nothing but v average or speed will be equal to s1 plus s2 divided by t1 plus t2, right. Time is not given, velocity and displacement given, then what is that equation? 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2, but in that format it is not there, in different format it is there. Now let us see, s1 is nothing but x plus x, no, x distance and x distance. T you have to apply, t is not given, but what do you know, velocity is equal to displacement by time, no, but at this case velocity is equal to displacement by time, and t1 which is equal to x by v1, no, that if you apply and substitute here means, so this formula t1 means nothing but v1 divided by velocity is equal to displacement by time, no. So velocity is equal to displacement by time, time is equal to displacement by velocity, x by v1 plus x by v2. Now what happens? This is v average, okay, this is v average, average velocity v they have given, we have to write down v itself. So now what happens here, 2x, x is a common term I have taken out, so here x also common term, 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, x cancel, this is v. No, bring this 2 here, so it becomes, I can write down here in this way that 2 if you bring here means v divided by 2, which is equal to 1 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Now this is there, v by 2 is not there, v by 2 it is not going to happen, but 2 by v is there. If you do 2 by v, what happens, 2 you bring here and v you bring here, 2 by v, this you take here, so 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, reciprocal of this, no. So 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, 2 by v, and the option is B, A, B, C, D, the option is B, right. So this is what the solution is. So the next question says that Preeti reached the metro station and found that the escalator was not working. She walked up the stationary escalator in time t1. The escalator means what? Not elevator, it is not lift, the moving steps, no, the moving steps, isn't it? So it was not working, that's why she was working on that, and she took time t1. So the height will be same, no, this distance will be same, no. So this distance she walking means on the steps she will take t1 time. On other days, if she remains stationary on the moving escalator, now she is stationary on the moving escalator, escalator itself moves, then the escalator takes her up in time t2, means the only to move, time for the steps to move is t2, the same distance d can be traveled in time t2, full stop. The time taken by her to walk up on the moving escalator, now both escalator is also moving and she is walking on that. You will do, right, sometimes if you go to the shopping mall and all, so moving escalator will be there, again you will walk on that. And like that if she do means what is the time taken? Okay, we will see for the first case. since velocity will be different, no. So first she is walking only on the stationary steps. That is nothing but time is t1. We know that velocity is equal to displacement by time. So v1 she has taken the same distance with the time t1. In the second case, steps are moving with velocity v2, same distance with the time t2. Right. Now in the next case was what happens, both she is also moving, escalator is also moving, means v1 plus v2 which is equal to d by t1 plus d by t2. Say it is v. No, so v is equal to d is common term 1 by t1 plus 1 by t2. You can write down d into t1 plus t2 divided by t1 t2. That is v. But what do you know, that total velocity is equal to displacement by time, time taken by r, time is equal to displacement by velocity. So displacement by velocity, time is displacement by velocity is this much, d into t1 plus t2 divided by t1 t2, dd cancels. So I raise this, I am going to get reciprocal of this, that is t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2, that is time. So t1 t2 divided by t1 plus t2, option is B, option is B. Okay, the next question we are going to talk about, which is on the screen. Go through it and try to find out the answer. Read the problem, and try to find out the answer for the next question, and what it says, what it states. Okay, the fifth one, right, the fifth one, it says that two cars P and Q starts from a point at the same time in a straight line, and their positions are represented by P. xp is equal to xq is equal to at plus bt square, at plus bt square, that is position, which is in meters, and again for this it is ft minus t square. At a time, do the cars have the same velocity? At what time do the cars have the same velocity? Their velocity is same at what times? Let's see first what is the velocity expression. So velocity is nothing but what? Differentiation of dx by dt, right? I will write down differentiation for P, that you must know A is constant, A into T plus 2bt. Differentiation again and again I can't explain here. If I keep on explaining differentiation, so you must know how to do the differentiation. A into T, A into dt by dt is A, plus B is constant, T square is 2bt. Now this is velocity of P. Velocity of Q is again F minus 2t. Now they are told that at some time Vp is equals to Vq. At what is that time? Now I am writing these two are equal. F minus 2t which is equal to A plus 2bt, both are same. So t I am going to bring here F minus A which is equal to 2bt plus 2t. 2t is common term, so 2 into t which is equal to b plus 1. So t I want, so 2t which is equal to f minus a divided by b plus 1, and t is equal to f minus a divided by 2 into b plus 1. F minus a divided by 2 into b plus 1, that is f minus a is divided by 2 into 1 plus b or b plus 1. The option is 4. See, looks everything is similar, right? See, you will do everything is proper, but both are seems to be different, same, similar, only this is different. Now the thing is, with hurry, you will do some mistake here. That should not happen. That should not happen. That's why cool and calm at the place of examination, exactly work it out, and whatever the answer you are going to get, do that. Okay, in that way. So exactly in proper manner you have to work out. Proper manner you have to work out. So next question is there. You can go through it. That's why I am telling that always solve the questions. More and more questions you have to solve. Okay, give time for that. Nothing is comes easily. Okay, so you work it out, you work it out, you work it out. You are going to get some of the other idea, and you are going to become stronger and better in solving the numerical sums, and you will increase your reasoning capacity, logical capacity, the capacity of the brain to think. Okay, it is also increases. So don't always depend on the solutions. Find your own solution. After that, go and refer the solution. Is it correct whatever you have done or not? In that way, we will move to the next question by saying this. This is nothing but if the velocity of a particle at plus bt square, velocity is equal to at plus bt square, where a and b are constants, then the distance traveled by it between 1s and 2s, the distance traveled between the 1 second and 2 second. Now velocity is given. You don't know the displacement. You have to find out the displacement. See, displacement is given. You have to find out the velocity. Means what you will do? Velocity means dx by dt. No. Now you can find out velocity. X is given. Suppose x is given. You can find out by differentiating. Now what is given? Velocity is given. You have to find out this. Means this one is given. So displacement means dx is equal to v dt. And you have to differentiation, you have to convert into as x, means you have to integrate it. The formula for integration is different. I don't know you have told the integration formulas or not, but I will write down one formula, that is which is necessary here. X to the power n dt, integration of x to the power n dt is nothing but, before that, differentiation of x to the power n dx is, see, differentiation means divided by, this means dt, like this. Okay, so here it is n into x to the power n minus 1, differentiation formula. But for integration it is not like that. It is not like that. X to the power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. It is multiplied. Here it is divided by, here it is n minus 1, here it is n plus 1. Vice versa process, dear students. Differentiation and integration is one vice versa process. Differentiation is differentiate. Integration is integrate. Simple. The formulas are there, that you have to remember. Now for time being, for this formula is very, very important and easier for us. Now they have given v means dx by dt. Okay, that is a into t plus bt square. Dx you can write on it as a into t plus bt square dt. This is understood. V means dx by dt, it is understood. Now to get x, what you have to do? Integrate it. Now what happens? X you are going to get integrate of a into t into dt plus integrate of b into t into dt t square. Now we not require this. I will erase this. Okay, so that I can write down the equation here. Integration, a is a constant, t to the power 1 is there, t to the power n, x to the power n means n plus 1, t to the power 1 means t square by 2. Okay, plus b is constant, t to the power 2 means 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 3. So you are going to get a t square by 2 plus bt cube by 3. that is your x, that is your x. Now what they have asked, if the velocity of the particle at plus bt square where a and b are constants, then the distance traveled by between x is equal to 1 and x is 0. Distance I know, x is equal to 1 how much, x is equal to how much, that you are going to find out. X is equal to 1 is how much, t, where t is there, that I have to put 1. So it is a by 2 plus b by 3, whereas when x is equal to 2, that is a, 2 2s are 4, 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2a plus t to the power 3 means 2 to the power 3 is 8, 8 by 3, it is b, 8b by 3. Now the distance travelled between 1s and 2s. In the 1s is this much, 2s is this much. Now I have to, in between 1s and 2s means I have to subtract it. So x2 minus x1 which is equal to 2a plus 8b by 3 minus of a by 2 minus of b by 2. 2a minus half means that is 3 by 2a. This is b by 3, this is b by 3, right? That is b by 3 we are going to get. Okay. Yes, 1 if you apply means b by 3 we are going to get. So 8 b by 3 minus 1 b by 3 is 7 b by 3. This is delta x. 3 by 2 3/2a minus 7b by 3, 7b by 3, that is nothing but plus, not minus, because maximum it is less. Okay, so that you are going to get this answer. There is nothing but option A. This is about this question. We are going to talk about the next question. I hope it is clear. So integration, differentiation you should know. Integration, differentiation, basic 3 to 4 formulas are sufficient for us. Don't think that it is so lot of formulas you have to apply and remember. No, it is not like that. Once or twice you will do the problems, you will get understand about that. So we will move to the next question. So go through the question, find out the answer, think about the answer in the same manner. Very simple question it is again. So now what is given? A particle of unit mass undergoes one dimension motion such that the velocity varies according to v. This is a function of x, that is nothing but beta into x to the power minus 2n. Always velocity we have studied as a function of time, but as a function of x is there. See, always you are going to write down bt square, v is equal to xt square, v is equal to xt cube, all those things, right? But now it is a function of position or the displacement it is given, not with respect to time. That time we have to use integration, differentiation again, right? Okay, now where b and n are the constant and x is the position of the particle, the acceleration of the particle as a function of x is given by acceleration. You have to find out acceleration. Now v is given, right? Okay, as a function of x. So acceleration means what? dv by dt. But I can write down that dv by dx into dx by dt. Cancels, dv by dt it becomes. Now what I will do, this is given, I will take v dv by dx with respect to x. That becomes, okay, some value. So that b is equal to minus 2 into n x to the power minus 2n minus 1. So this is minus beta in this way. Now acceleration as a function of time they have asked, acceleration is equal to dv by dx is nothing but this much, dv by dx is nothing but this much, that is minus beta 2 into n x to the power minus 2n minus 1 into dx by dt means what? I can write down it in this way. I'll erase this, note it down first. Okay, I can write in the equation in such a way that dv by dx, which is into dx by dt is nothing but velocity, but velocity is given, right? Velocity is given. See, dv by dx we wrote, and velocity is nothing but beta into x to the power minus 2n. Now what are you going to get? Minus beta square 2 into n, okay, x to the power minus 2n minus 1 minus 2n, minus 2n minus 2n, that is minus 4n minus 1. This is in this way. The acceleration is minus 2n b square x to the power minus 4n minus 1. Where it is? Here. So again, see, the complication is not lies here in this question. The complication is you have done this answer quickly, but don't take 10 seconds. You have done this within 10 or 15 seconds. You have done this question. Okay, now you have to search the answer. Don't take 10 seconds. That is a mistake you are doing. Okay, don't do that. So try to quickly find out the answer, because everything is seems similar. So in a hurry don't do that. So calm. So 5 seconds you take here and 5 seconds take here. Done. Right? The 5 seconds will be more than enough. Okay. If you are too fast, isn't it? Okay. It's not like that you have to complete it in 5 seconds. It is not like that. But just I am saying that as quick and as fast as you will develop your ability, that much is better. You can solve it so quickly. Okay. So that is the thing. So we are moving to the next question. So we were talking about the questions. So next question is that there is nothing but, so a stone falls freely under gravity. It covers distances h1, h2 and h3 in first 5 seconds, next 5 seconds and next 5 seconds respectively. The relation between the h1, h2, h3 is, so h1, h2, h3, first 5 seconds, no, next 5 seconds, next 5 seconds. So what is that? How to calculate? So h1, h2, h3. First 5 seconds means h1, that is nothing but v naught t plus half a t square. V naught is 0, freely falling. So half a is nothing but g, that is nothing but 10 t square, 5 whole square. So 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. No. First one is x1. Next 5 plus 5, that is x2. I can write down in 10 seconds. No, x1 plus x2. Okay, x1 plus x2. Next one is x1 plus x2, x3 is in 15 seconds. That way I can write down. No. So next 5 seconds means that is h2, but h1 plus h2 is in next 10 seconds, right? See. This is in 5 seconds, this is in 5 seconds, this is in 5 seconds. But you can't take, no, this is more distance. I can write down h1 plus h2 in 10 seconds I can write down. No, total I will get. So h1 plus h2 is, I'll write down, it is 5 t square, no, 5, that is nothing but into 25, 125. Next one here it is 10 by 2 is, that is 5 into 10 seconds, that is 100, which is equal to 500. So h2 is nothing but 500 minus 125. How much it is? 375. Right? 300, 400, 500, like that. Next one h1 plus h2 plus h3 in how much? 5t square, that is in 15 seconds. No, 225 into 5. 225 into 5 is 1125. So H3 if you want means 1125 minus 375 minus 125. This is how much? 300, 400, 500 minus 500 is 500, 600, 625. Okay, right, isn't it? 625. Now how I can write down? H1 is equal, H2 is equal to how much I can write down? 3 times 3, 125, no? 300 for 300 and 350, 375 like that. So H3 I can write down 5 times H1, 125 I can write down. 500, 600, 625 like that it is. So I can write down H1 is equal to H2 by 3, H2 by 3 and which is equal to H3 by 5. Or else I can write down H2 is equal to 3H1 and H3 is equal to 5H1. Or it would be which one? That is nothing but H1 divided H2 is equal to H2 by 3 and H3 by 5. Simple like that. Understand this question clearly and find out the answer. We will move to the next question, go to the next question and read that and guess the answer. Okay, simple. Again and again you have to solve the same thing, same problems you have to solve. Okay, so next we are going to talk about, okay, well, the displacement x in meter of a particle of mass m kg moving in one dimension under the action of force is related to time is by t is equal to square root of x plus 3. The square root is given, that is square root is taken to both x plus 3, but actually it is not like that. Please make it correct. It is square root of x plus 3. The displacement of the particle when its velocity is 0. Displacement is not given. No. Now what I have to do? I have to find out x square. That is this equation they are not given in the order. I have to make it order. So in terms of x I am going to write down. I will square root to x which is equal to t minus 3. I will square it. So x is equal to t minus 3 whole square. That is x. Now velocity displacement of the particle when velocity is 0. When velocity is 0, do you know that? I don't know. What time velocity is 0? Do I know that? I don't know. General velocity expression I have to find out for that. General velocity expression how I can find out? Dx by dt which is equal to, so this much is, how I have to do? T square plus 9 minus 2 into 3 into t. No, a square minus b square plus 2ab. Later I have to differentiate it. No. So I am going to get 2t plus 0 and minus 6. Okay, like that you are going to get. No. So 2t or 2t minus 3 you can get. That is nothing but 2 into t minus 3 also you can write down. No. Directly 2 into t minus 3. Not all the time you have to directly apply because situation is different. Here t minus 3 directly also you can differentiate, but not every time. Okay, so v is this much. When v is 0, that is v is equal to 0, 2 into t minus 3 to become 0, t minus 3 which is equal to 0, t is equal to 3 seconds. When t is equal to 3 seconds, v is 0. Now you have to tell me that when the displacement is 0, displacement of the particle when the velocity is 0. When velocity is 0, when velocity is 0 when t is equal to 3 seconds means you have to apply here when that displacement that is x is equal to t is nothing but 3 minus 3 whole square, that is 0. So when the displacement of the particle when velocity is 0 is 0. So this much of answer I have to find out means lot of circus we have to do, no? Yes, that is what called competitive exams, no? That is what the numerical sums, no? Yes, that is what. Okay, for that practice is necessary. Again and again I am going to tell you. Be cool and calm, sit in a proper place, get some material, solve it, simple, solve it. All the question you have to solve it. Main of the thing, previous year questions you solve, that is fine. It's not meaning that every time you will get the same pattern, but the concept will be same, you can manage. So next question we are going to move, that is the 10th question. The motion of a particle. The motion of the particle along straight line is described by equation x is equal to 8 plus 12t minus t cube, where x is in meter and t is in second. The retardation of the particle when its velocity becomes 0 is. Retardation you have to find out. How to find out? Velocity becomes 0. Okay, for that velocity you have to find out. Velocity is equal to dx by dt, which is equal to, this is 0, 12t minus 3t square. Then acceleration is how much? Acceleration is nothing but 12 is 0 minus 6t, 3 into 2, that is. You have to find out the retardation of the particle when velocity becomes 0. When velocity is 0, that time you have to find out, no? Velocity is 0, when 0 is equal to, you have to put 12 minus 3t square. So when 3t square which is equal to 12t square which is equal to 4 and t is equal to 2. When t is equal to 2 seconds, v becomes 0. And what is that deceleration? That is a is equal to minus 6 into 2 which is equal to 12 meter per second square, and minus you are going to get 12 meter per second square. Here it is plus, no? Now what is the answer? Retardation already they have given, no? Retardation itself means that it is negative. Retardation itself, it means that it is negative. So that no need of mentioning the sign. Okay, so we will move to the next question. Again it is there. Okay, the same question, here it is. So next we will move. Okay, like this. So read the question on the screen. Read the question on the screen. That is, a particle covers half of its total distance with the speed v1 and the rest of distance with the speed v2. The average speed during the complete journey is. Simple, direct equation, right? Half of the speed, half of the distance with means distance will be same, means how much? See, half of the distance. Yes, I can write down. No, with v1 and v2, which is equal to v average is how much? That is 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2, isn't it? 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2, that equation, isn't it? Okay, a particle covers, okay, so this is the equation. Again we can do it and see, right? So let me do it. A particle covers half of the distance with velocity v1. Half means some x, okay, with v1, and rest half means here it is also x by 2, here it is also x by 2 with velocity v2. Its average speed during the complete journey is v average, how much? You have to find out x1 plus x2 divided by t1 plus t2, right? So x1 means how much? X1 is x by 2. Same, no, I'll just put x. Same, no, I'll just put x. Say it is 2x, I'll put x and x. Divided by t1 I didn't write, no, v is equal to displacement by time. T1 is equal to displacement by velocity. So displacement by velocity plus displacement by velocity. X common sum 2, you cancels 1 by V1 plus 1 by V2. So this common term goes to the numerator and everything it becomes, so substitute and all, V1 V2 into 2 divided by V1 plus V2 it becomes, right? Yes, that already we have done in the case of synopsis. Okay, so find out the answers for that. Well, this is the thing. Now move to the next question. The velocity time graph for two bodies A and B are shown. The velocity and time graph is as shown. One is for 25 degree, that is for the object A, and for 40 degree from which one? From y-axis. Then what is this? 90 minus 40 is, this is 50. So no, I don't want this actually, because we studied not in the case of from y-axis, no, we have studied from x-axis, no, always that graph, that angle, that is the nature, that is the order. You are not supposed to take from the y-axis, always you have to take from the x-axis. Okay. Now from the x-axis means it is 50 and 25, no. Now BR, I should, then acceleration of A and BR. What do you mean by acceleration? Acceleration, slope of the velocity time graph gives acceleration. Slope means what? V by T. Slope means what? Tan theta. So tan theta is how much here? 25 degree, tan 40 degree, no? Tan theta, slope means tan theta. Dear students, slope means tan theta. Y by X also it is slope means tan theta. So tan of 25 degree and tan 50 degree, where it is? Okay, tan 25 degree and tan 50 degree for A, B option. No. Go to the next question, that is 40th one. Okay, a car moves from A to B with a speed of 30 km per hour and from B to A. See, same again. From A to B with the speed of 30 km per hour, from B to A, same distance, no? B to A with the speed of 20. What is average speed? So if it is this case means V is equal to 2V1 V2 divided by V1 plus V2. 2 into 30 into 20 divided by 30 plus 20 is 50, 10 goes here. So 120 divided by 5, how much? 24 kilometer per hour. 24 kilometer per hour. That is the thing. Go to the next question. Go to the next question. 15th one. Okay, a body starts from rest, moves with the acceleration of 40 seconds. It travels a distance x1 the first half of the time and x2 in the next half of the time. Then body starts from a rest and moves the constant acceleration. It is nothing like but a freely falling body, no, constant acceleration. This is a freely falling body case. But what happens? x1 distance in first half and x2 distance in the second half of time, means time is same. So here t, here it is t of time. Then what you have to find out? See, this is x1, this is x2. Little more. x1 means half at square, no, at1 square. x2 means how much? Half at2 square. Now what you have to find out? Acceleration for t seconds. It travels the distance x1 in first half time. First half time means it is 2t, means it is t and t. Okay, one is 2t means it is total 2t, so t and t. Okay, so x1 which is equal to half into a t square, I can write down. x2 which is equal to half a t square I can write down. x1 is equal to x2, x2 is equal to x1, right? So the constant acceleration means time is more it is taken, okay? Time is half of the time is same taken, but the acceleration of t seconds, it travels a distance x1 from first half time, okay? In the same time x1 distance, in the next same time x2 distance it has traveled, then half of the time, okay, it will be in this way, okay? So here we are going to stop these questions. Again, next we are going to talk about some other questions in the next classes, okay? So next question we can see on the screen. There is nothing but a body starts from rest and moves with a constant acceleration for t seconds, and it travels the distance x1 in first half of time and x2 in next half of time. Then, so constant acceleration, first half of time, it's like nothing but freely falling body, right? It's nothing but freely falling body, because but they are not given directly. A body is moving in the constant acceleration in a first time, half time, in the next half time. So this total is t, half of time it travels x1 distance, x2, then x1 into x2, okay? So 1 second, 2 seconds, second means it is 1 time, 3 time, 5 time, like that, no? So it must be in this way, this answer. Let's see, okay, let's not assume. I write on the diagram in a horizontal plane, horizontal, in this direction, t by 2, x1, x1. First one it will move from rest, no, x is equal to half v naught t plus half a t square. Initial velocity is 0, so v naught is 0, half a t square, half into a into t by 2 whole square. So what happens, x1 which is equal to a t square by 4 into 2 which is equal to a t square by 8. The next one is total I'll take. x1 if you take, again x2 if you take, means it doesn't matter, you are not going to get. How you can take x2? Same it will come, no? T by 2 means you can't take like that, okay? Okay. So total again you are going to take, okay? For total it is again initial velocity is 0, acceleration is same, but total time is capital T, half a t square. But what is x1? Minus, no, a t square divided by 2 minus a t square divided by 8. This one is common term, no? A t square divided by 2. So 1 minus, here it is 1 by 4. 4 minus 1 is 3 by 4. So I'll erase this, okay, 3 by 4. So x2 which is equal to a t square by 2 into 3 by 4, which is equal to x is equal to a t square divided by 3 by 8, and a t square by 8 is nothing but 1, that is x1, x2 which is equal to 3x1, isn't it? The same thing, right? Yeah, this is what the thing is. Go to the next question, and read that. So answer is that x1 is equal to 3 times, x2 is equal to 3 times x1, like that. So here we are going to complete for today's session, okay, and next we are going to talk about one more questions in our next classes. Thank you very much for watching the video.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.